Hello, somebody. I expect you're expecting some broad proclamation, derision, spit against the institution of Big Silicon Valley. Fuck Zuck or some such send-off. And yeah, it's a matter of fact that I gotta be a bit to blame for the election snarled, the trolls fed, the data dealt in like bodies on an antebellum auction block. I don't take it all back. The fandoms, the check-ins, the selfies and snack pictures and relationship announcements, it was fun while it lasted. Yet I've fasted from those blue-white wafers of discontent enough to see that you can't wear your heart on your sleeve these days without getting some blood on your hands. But no, wholly, I just denounce now this social safety net, this quantity over quality. I admit it's a short time coming, what with all the digital dreaming I've been doing since the end of high school. High, cool, and all these other flat platitudes plastered upon those heavenly white walls, all for the sake of a little red notif, my motive to roll over in bed in the morning, distract from studying, occupy my mind when a hike or a holiday strays dangerously close to self-reflection. Now, this is not the part where I part from anyone. Rather, I divide useful acquaintance from close confidant, vague associate from meaningful member of the family that grows more valuable with every passing year. Trade internet for interest, investing and not just saving. I've got a ways to go. I still need to quit Twitter, and keeping on Instagram is a lateral damn move, but I figure if I can dig into my feelings, spade sharpened by time and turmoil, I'll know who I need to keep hearing from, seeing, reaching out to touch. And if it's not much, then such is my life. So to the friends I expect I'll never see again, at the risk of kindling a bridge, I offer, in no particular order, the thoughts I never shared. You were the most obnoxious part of every class, and that's why I unfollowed you. Being loud isn't empowering or a personality. I'm not trans, but man, I'd want to be a woman like you. That cleverness, that confidence, that coy, curled grin I complimented like a jackass after having my blood drawn, and what remained rushing to my face. The New Yorker earned you. You remind me of my great aunt, but black, and it's a shame we didn't get a chance to stroll the gorge before finals, just as classmates. I don't know who you were trying to impress by sleeping into school and never closing cabinets, but you lapped me academically, so more power to you. I don't swing that way, but it's okay. At least somebody flirted with me. I know you didn't mean it, but you were everything I was afraid to compete with, and yet what I was scared I'd become when college was said and done. You were cool, but thank you for motivating me. If a stoner bro like you can succeed, so can I. Your smile was all I could think about when we were in the same room, but every time I texted you, you just replied so brisk and blankly. Amazing how modern etiquette can dampen attraction fully in my head. I took the hint when you kept shrugging me off at that team building event, but goddamn, we got so much in common, and I don't know what you saw in him. You were right to call me out for being distracted and unmotivated, and you earned outranking me. I deserved those stern avian glares after what a shit job I did hitting on you at that first university BBQ. That blind date went okay, but that trashy stuff you always posted was why I ghosted you. I wasn't surprised you were one of only 2 people to PM me grief after I said that campus outrage was getting out of control. Bright though you burn, people like you are exhausting to the ears and soul. I guess I should have always known you'd be NB because what binary girl could ever be that much like me? I know I promised we'd never speak again, but you still look as good as you did 10 years ago. And I hope you found all the happiness I wanted to give you ever since. Maybe I'm just protecting myself from having to defend my intentions, conventions, and odd hobbies anymore without a sterile stage of emojis to gauge the public disapproval. So much negativity this film. Lights, camera, action on a theater where tragedy's comedy plus time, and I fear I developed no differently. Cast an irony and jade from wave after wave of catastrophizing clickbait and commodified gossip, sidebars of ads and apps closing in on my idealist's temples like Indiana Jones is making a break for the exit. All that's missing is the hissing of a Renaissance auditorium when a joke falls flat or a thought is deemed problematic. But whether it was Cambridge Analytica or a particularly acidic DM delivered to my inbox, I know now that I'd rather have 3 people wish me a happy birthday because they remembered than 15 just because they saw it pop up on their feed. And so to true friends, family, I turned you into drugs, and for that I apologize. The bystander phenomenon writ large, charging headlong into indirect indiscretions in lieu of assuming any one person would ever care. Sincerity is in scarcity. Everyone's scared to seem intimate individually when carrying a town square in your pocket is safer. And no matter how far you scroll, there's always more to beat you down, burn your eyes, let flow the FOMO before a parched identity. But camaraderie is a game of catch, not an IV, meant to be more lively than copying Merry Christmas into multiple reminders or emotional layaway for when I need a release of blue ticks flittering up my screen at work. I'll catch up more. I mean it. Drop a line, make a date, send a pic, personally, not for a show of hands. I'm no god or gazillionaire, and I haven't earned the audience to award me otherwise. Just bless me with your patience and politeness if I tiptoe into Messenger one last time and say, hey, we should meet up sometime, before I turn out the lights and put a 404 on my headshot and history used to hang a shingle. I'd rather mingle meaningfully, meaning fully every admiration and admonition I administer, with the goal of feeling fulfilled, not finished.